Could Manu Kone be coming to Liverpool this summer? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. That is the question we are asking ourselves today. Could Manu Kone be on Liverpool's radar? Could he be on his way to Liverpool this summer? Well, recent reports, recent whispers and rumours and everything else along those lines are seemingly gathering momentum over speculation about the 22-year-old's future. And Liverpool are strongly being linked with signing him in this upcoming transfer window. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at Manu Kone, Liverpool and everything else in between. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. And I also encourage you as well to get involved in the comments section down below. I'm sure you'll have your own thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, on this potential transfer story that I'm sure will make for interesting reading. Otherwise, let's get in with the video. Let's get on with the video talking about Manu Kone. Look, first and foremost, I'll start this off straight away. I've not seen this guy play a lot of times. Once or twice, maybe here and there, I'll catch the odd Bundesliga game. Obviously, if it's going to be a big club like Bayern or Dortmund or maybe even the occasional Leipzig game, I'll try to catch. I'm not a religious follower of the Bundesliga, but I have watched Mönchengladbach a couple of times across this summer when they have played the likes of those teams, and he's looked pretty decent, and he's looked okay. Like I say, I've not followed him religiously or anything, but I have also done some research, and over the past couple of days, that obviously his name has started to crop up when being linked with Liverpool. And from what I've seen of him, he looks like he's a promising young talent. He looks like a really good young talent that is good enough for the here and now, but can also reach new levels and continue to grow and evolve down the years to come. And obviously, if he is going to be playing under a better manager in Jurgen Klopp, if he is going to be playing in a better league like the Premier League, if he is going to be playing on a bigger stage like the Champions League, and also playing with better players around him, then of course that's only going to enhance and potentially grow his talent, which obviously, like I say, seems to be at a very good level for the here and now, but can also reach new heights in the future. The thing about this deal is that it looks perfect for Liverpool. It looks perfect for Liverpool. Let's face it, he's a midfielder, which we know Liverpool are looking to beef up in their squad. That's the kind of position they're looking for. So they're being linked with a number of midfielders left and right, it seems. This is another one of those players that is obviously being linked. He's young enough that obviously he can be moulded into this Jurgen Klopp system, into this Jurgen Klopp style. And he possesses all the qualities and traits and talents that I think Jurgen Klopp would look for in a player as well. And not only that, but for the price tag that he's rumoured to be going for, the rumours today are stating that he could be on the move for something in the region of 40 to 45 million euros, which would probably work out at somewhere between 30, 35, 37, 38 million pounds. It's perfectly suited for Liverpool in terms of price tag and the whole kind of that kind of ballpark figure, so to speak, shall we say. This is a player that would boost their midfield. He's a central midfielder that can also play defensive midfield. He works perfectly in that regard in terms of the kind of position that Liverpool are looking for. He's made 30 appearances this season and has caught the eye of many. I think he's even caught the eye of Liverpool before. I remember a couple of times, I say remember, I had to do a bit of research, but allegedly last season, or last summer should I say, I think his name cropped up a couple of times across a few Tier 1 Liverpool journalists that obviously were looking at potential midfielders that Liverpool could be interested in when obviously the Aurelien Tchouameni deal of last summer fell through, and he of course rejected Liverpool in favour of joining Real Madrid. So I think this has been a guy that's been on Liverpool's radar for a while, and like I say, it's easy to see given the position, given the age, given the price tag, and then you look at his traits and ability and what he brings to the table as well, and from right off the bat, he's got a good energy about him. good energy, good work rate. He's very physical. He's very aggressive. He's shown great tenacity across all his performances across the Bundesliga. And those are the main qualities that have really caught the eye, especially this season, in terms of why he's starting to get a bit of interest and a bit of momentum behind him in terms of speculation about maybe, just maybe, he might be on his way out of the Bundesliga and out of Borussia Mönchengladbach this summer. But it's not just about what he does on and off the ball, or what he does off the ball as well, in terms of his work rate, in terms of his aggressiveness, his physicality. It's also about what he does on the ball. And he looks very good on the ball as well. His passing, his dribbling, he seems to have a little bit of skill and a bit of flair about him as well to turn out of tight positions and some difficult areas. He seems to have got a bit of... There's a little bit of Genie Wijnaldum about him in terms of in terms of how good he is, how calm and composed he is on the ball, and how well he can turn out of tight situations. Like I say, not massively gone into too much detail in terms of scouting him and watching him week in, week out. Only saw little bits here and there, and of course have done a fair bit of research in the past day or so, when obviously he's been linked with Liverpool's name. But with this obviously being a growing, trending thing, obviously you have to do your research, and from what I've seen, there is a little bit of that about him in terms of the way that he carries himself on the ball. And of course, like I say, it can only get better from there. It just seems like he's going to fit in very well. Whether he can carry the kind of form in the Bundesliga that he's showing into the Premier League, with it obviously being a bit more of a competitive and much more physical style league, obviously remains to be seen. But there's no reason to doubt that he can't get better and he can't do a job for this Liverpool side. Is it the perfect transfer? By all means, no. Like I say, there is a bit of a risk and a bit of a gamble with it. And of course, there are probably bigger and better names that Liverpool fans would want. But is this a star? Is this going to be someone that can offer something in the midfield? Whether it's from a starting position or whether it's to try and change the game, a much more industrial midfielder, someone who's not going to get plenty of goals and plenty of assists and plenty of output in terms of that regard, but someone who's going to be the sort of a firefighter, I guess. Someone who's going to put out fires and then just look to give the ball to some of the more creative players like your Thiagos, like your Trent Alexander-Arnold, your Mohamed Salahs, that kind of thing. Maybe that will be the case in terms of this guy, because it seems that Manuel Ugarte, the ship has sailed there. I did a video on him when he was linked with Liverpool. Bit gutted about that, to be honest, because the more and more that I see and do my research on him, he looks like he's going to be an absolute beautiful player. Like a beautifully industrious workhorse player that I think is going to be a worthy asset to whoever signs him. It seems to be a bit of a tug of war between Chelsea and PSG, so we'll have to wait and see on that transfer. But like I say, for Liverpool, that ship seems to have sailed. They don't seem to be too sold on signing him. But this guy could be some sort of a good alternative. Don't think he's got the same kind of tenacity or same level, or high level, should I say, as him. He's more physical, he's more aggressive, more smart in terms of his positioning, rather than go and just chase the ball for the entire 90 minutes. He seems to be a bit smarter than that in terms of like his positioning, in terms of his IQ. And that's not like a dig at Ugarte, by the way. I still would love Ugarte at Liverpool, but obviously, like I say, that ship seems to have sailed. But it is going to be interesting to see where this transfer story goes. Like I say, everything seems to tick the Liverpool and FSG at that stage box in terms of price tag, age, what he brings to the squad, his position, his versatility, that kind of thing. Seems to all tick those boxes. It's just going to be a question of whether or not Liverpool decide to continue their pursuit. And like I say, it does seem like he's been on Liverpool's radar for a while. So this one could be very interesting to keep your eye on going forward. looks very decent. Looks like he could do well for the here and now, and looks like he could blend in with some of the other midfielders that Liverpool either have right now or are looking to bring in terms of like your Alexis McAllisters, for example. That saga continues to roll on, but that, from what we are hearing, that does seem to be edging closer and closer by the day, it seems. So that one could be very interesting as well. But this one definitely is worth keeping your eye on. This guy has caught the eye for the past year or so of a number of teams, Liverpool especially. And like I say, he fits the bill in what Liverpool require right now and what Liverpool have seemingly missed for large parts of this past season. But those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this Liverpool transfer story in regards to Manu Kone? Will he be on the move to Liverpool this summer? What do you make of him? Is he the right move for Liverpool? Is someone else possibly going to make a move for him this summer? Will Liverpool just drop their interest entirely? What do you think on this potential transfer story? Leave your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, down below in the comment section, because I'm sure it'll make for interesting reading. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way up, enjoy the video, subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you all again soon in another video.